So, for this new request review, everyone decided to pick Major League, which is basically a comedy baseball movie. Starring Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Wesley Snipes, Dennis Haysbert, etc. And, you know, me as, a sports guy, I'm not really big into baseball like everyone else is because I can't sit there and watch a baseball game because it's not entertaining to me. I can't really get into it like I am with, basketball and football, Baseball is just, well, I'll tell you, it's definitely better than fucking golf. Definitely better than golf. Golf definitely put you to fucking sleep. Unless you got some bunch of hot chicks playing golf, then that probably will keep me up and my dick up. So, baseball, no, it's just definitely snoozeville. I can't sit there and watch that. I can watch like a fucking baseball movie like this or another one. I watch a couple of baseball movies. I don't watch that many of those type of films because I'm not really that into baseball like everyone else is. I'm more of a basketball guy. I'm a big fan of basketball. I know all the players, I know how the game works, this and that. Football, I just started to try to get into it now. I'm still learning the basics and all that, all these, legends and the modern players. I'm starting to learn all about them and stuff like that now. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. Basketball, it took me forever to learn everybody because I've been watching it since I was a kid. I was born and raised into basketball more than football and baseball and fucking all other sports. So, I had to catch my breath right there. I'm talking, a lot about all this sports stuff, Anyways, Major League. Okay, so for some reason, I find this movie to be more of a drama film than a comedy film. I watched this whole film and it seems like it's more of a drama than a comedy film, which I have no problem with because I don't mind this movie being a drama film more than a comedy film. I don't mind that at all. It's just that they label this as a comedy film, but to me, it's just not really much of a comedy to me. I mean, there is funny things in this movie. There's a lot of funny things in this movie. Like this one scene where Dennis Haysbert's character do this voodoo shit and fucking one of these dudes drinks it, which he's not supposed to drink that stuff, and this baseball bat came out of nowhere and hits him in the head. I mean, that was kind of funny. And there's other scene where to really get these guys really playing really good, they have this fucking what do you call it? It's not a mannequin. It's a poster cut out poster of this woman, and every single time they win a game, you take off the some of the what do you call it? The paper off the cutout poster, and more more nude will show on the woman, the cutout poster of the woman. So every time they win, more paper comes off of it, and the more it comes off it, the more nude she becomes. So everyone's like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking win this game and get her nude." So that's another joke in there. I thought that joke was all right, But I did really like the film for what it is, Although, like I said, I didn't really find it to be that funny. I only found like a couple of things to be funny. I didn't find every single scene funny in the movie because, like I said, I find this movie to be more of a drama film than a comedy film. And that's what I think in my head about it. So I guess we'll talk about the characters. So Dennis Haysbert is basically this voodoo guy. He does this voodoo magic or something like that. He does this weird, crazy shit. And there's fucking Tom Berenger, who, he was I think he's retired from baseball. He was living in Mexico or something like that. And then they call him up to join the Cleveland Indians or something like that. So he comes back to play baseball. Charlie Sheen, his character was in jail for stealing a car, but he was really good at playing baseball in prison. So they decided to get him to play baseball in the MLB on the Cleveland Indians also. And he was, he's a really good pitcher, but the problem is, he can't really see that well. So they give him glasses later on in the film because he has bad eyesight, and that really fits him actually. Well, when they actually put glasses on, it's like it really fits his character with the glasses. It really fits his his style, the way he looks. It really works with that. Wesley Snipes, his character, I love Wesley Snipes. Like every character he plays, even if it's a bad movie, he does a really good job at it. I love the way he expresses himself when he plays these characters. Besides this movie, there's also Demolition Man. There's fucking what's the other one? Fucking ones. There's another one too. Oh yeah, White Man Can't Jump. That's a basketball movie, another sport movie. And there's Blade, and all the time he's in these movies, he know how to express himself. You don't see a lot of these actors really know how to really express themselves like Wesley Snipes does in these movies. You don't see people like how he does it, And he's definitely one of my favorite actors of all time. He's definitely there. What else? Who else is in this movie besides that? Well, those are like the only four I know this movie. Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, Dennis Haysbert, Wesley Snipes. I mean, everyone else. Let me see. Who are the other guys in this movie besides them? Let me see. Corbin Burnson, third baseman. Oh yeah, he was the other guy in the movie. I didn't really care about that guy that much. The third baseman, Roger Dorn. I didn't really care about that guy. His character is important because I think Charlie Sheen, his character ended up banging his wife or some shit like that, and he got. She tried like to fuck up the whole team up and shit like that. That's what she was trying to do, but it failed. They winning the whole championship. Spoiler alert, because the whole movie is basically about it's been 30 years since they won a championship, and this dumb broad decides she want to make like the worst baseball team ever, and turns out being one of the greatest baseball teams ever, and they actually went somewhere with this team. Oh yeah, I forgot to say more about Wesley Snipes' character. So Wesley Snipes' character, like I said, he's like I said, every time he plays a character, he's like a big goofball, and here he's really terrible at playing as a batter, and it turns out he actually has really fast speed. He runs really fast, so they made him a center fielder. But so yeah, what was I saying about the whole Cleveland Indians? Yeah, so like the owner died, and this who's a showgirl used to be her wife, no, his wife, and the guy died, and now she got to take over the whole Cleveland Indians team, and she fired all these executives. She hires this guy who works in the office, as work selling tires and shit. So hire him. He does a really good job in this movie. I forgot who plays this guy. Let's see here. James Gammon. I think I heard him before. James Gammon. Was he in something I remember he was in before, or he's just? Let me see. Well, he been doing movies since the 60s. Let's just say that. But I think I heard that name somewhere before. James Gammon. Where did I heard that guy somewhere before? But yeah. So they hired him. He's like the whole manager, the whole baseball manager, and he helps the team out. How to play ball, how to work together as a team, and all this shit happens. This and that. The times the team don't get along with each other. They try to fight each other in the locker room. That happens, and Tom Berenger's character trying to get back with his girlfriend or his ex-wife, and she's getting married to this dorky guy, and I think he's like an announcer or some shit like that. She's marrying, and she used to be like a sports player herself. And like I said, I didn't really care about that whole scene with Tom Berenger and his former girlfriend. I don't really care about that. I really care about the whole baseball team and them trying to win a championship. I only care about that. I don't really care about that whole thing, his old soap opera romance thing he has with his girl. And she's played by Renee Russo. We see her in so many movies, Renee Russo. We heard that name so many times. She's in a lot of shit. A lot of movies. Well, anyways, yeah. I don't really care about that whole scene with those two. I mean, I love Tom Berenger as an actor, but I don't really care about that, that whole scene. Also, he has like really bad knees and stuff like that. He's trying to play better now. Trying to get back in league and stuff like that. And he's like, it's tough because there's a lot of people that go through a lot of problems with their knees, and it's like it wears you down when you get older. It's like with basketball players, you know, they have a lot of bad injuries, and it's hard to play through that because, you know, your body's not the same anymore like it used to be when you're younger. You go through a hard time. But like in the beginning of the movie, you know, of course they're not gonna play good right away because they're still learning how to play together, and you know they're struggling. You know, Dan Saber still have a hard time trying to use, you know, the baseball bat. You know, he used to have a hard time in these games. You know, Tom Berenger struggles also trying to catch the ball and stuff like that. You know, et cetera, et cetera. What else? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about the Cleveland Indians. Yeah, let's talk about that. I know the reason why you guys want me to review this movie. You guys want me to talk about the Cleveland Indians when they changed their name to the Cleveland Guardians. They probably won't show this movie on TV anymore because they changed the fucking name. You know what? I don't know. Maybe they still do show this movie on TV. Seems kind of weird that they put that on TV now, and now in this generation it's called the Cleveland Guardians. I'm like, what the fuck is that bullshit? People still call it the Cleveland Indians. They're not gonna keep calling it. Just like with fucking football, they're not gonna call it fucking what team they name it now. What's that? Washington something. It used to be Redskins, and now it's Washington some other horseshit PC garbage name. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of these whiny babies complaining because, oh, the team's named Indians because it's by the Indian people, the Indian tribe. Going, who fucking cares? That's how they were back then around those times. I don't get what the fucking big deal is. It's racist when you fucking take off the Indians off the fucking team. We remove the name and change it to fucking the Guardians. I find that'd be fucking racist. Just like they took the fucking Redskins name and changed it to some other bullshit from the football team. It's ridiculous. That shit's racist. We're changing the name. Like, this world is so ass backwards, and that they don't even know it. That is ass backwards. I think I made a video about that. Me talking shit about the whole Cleveland Guardians name. Fucking so lame. It's like one of the lamest names ever for a baseball team. The Cleveland Guardians. How about you just leave it alone and call it the Cleveland Indians like it's fucking supposed to be? God damn it. This fucking generation. This motherfucking generation. Man. But I do actually like this movie. It's not too goofy. It's definitely not over the top. It plays like a comedy movie like it's supposed to play. It plays like an actual comedy movie. It's not like going overboard, you know, with these movies they have in this generation. They go like way too over the top, like movies like Free Guy or Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, or stuff like that, you know. I know I should be mentioning like sports movies in this generation, but I can't think of anything right now that's sports movies in this generation. I mean, I could look something up right now. Like, I just flip out a fucking Google thing right here and just see what other baseball movies that came out in this generation. Let me see real quick here. The Warriors. That's because they have the baseball theories in there. That's me is the fucking baseball movie. Why would that even pop up? What the fuck? No. I'm trying to find something that came out in this fucking generation. Well, I guess nothing famous came out in this generation. Foo fucking who? I think there was some fucking goofy ass, over the top, corny ass. Oh yeah, there's that Space Jam 2 movie, that basketball movie. That shit was fucking terrible. Oh god, that LeBron James fucking basketball movie. That shit was awful. Oh, why would they even make that? Oh god. I mean, they made like modern baseball movies like 42, you know, the Jackie Robinson story with the guy that died a couple of years ago, Chadwick Boseman. But that's a realistic movie. That's not like a comedy baseball movie, you know. So that doesn't even really count. That's realistic. That's a biopic. I don't know about this generation. This generation is just, they're too realistic. They're just not trying to be funny like they're supposed to be for a comedy movie. Like, I don't get these directors and writers. Like, they always make everything so fucking lame now in this fucking, in this 2020s. It's just, nothing's funny anymore. Even the 2010s was better than this generation. And 2010s had a lot of fucking garbage shit in there too. Such a shame, man. But Yeah, like I said, I really like this movie. I do find things to be funny in this movie, but I definitely think it's a comedy drama film. Definitely a comedy drama. It's a mix between a comedy and a drama. It's definitely both mixed in together. Like making chocolate pudding and shit. You just mix all that shit together. But then afterwards, they made sequels. They made Major League 2, and Wesley Snipes was absent. I guess because he was doing something else. I think. Maybe he was doing Demolition Man around that time, I think. Let me see real quick. I think that's the reason why he wasn't in the sequel, because I think he was doing fucking Demolition Man. That's why he's not in the second one. See, 1994. So I think... No, Demolition Man came out in 1993, though. So maybe something else he was doing that came out in 1994, maybe? Because... Like I said, he's not in there. I mean, Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, and Dennis Haysbert came back, but Wesley Snipes got replaced with Omar Epps. He plays Willie Hayes in that movie, and Omar Epps, his bald head. I think Wesley Snipes was doing a movie called Drop Zone. I think that's the reason why he didn't reprise his role as Willie Hayes. But I feel like Omar Epps should play a totally different character. He should not replace Wesley Snipes as Willie Hayes. He should have been a totally different character. That's the problem with some of these movies. You cannot just change the character to a different actor. You got to change the character with a different actor. You can't have the same name. You got to change it up. You can't just do that. People would be like, the audience would be confused. They'd be like, that's not Willie Hayes. Who the fuck is this bald-headed guy? Which I don't think Omar Epps was bald at the time when he did this movie. I think he had like a high top or some shit. But yeah, people would get confused. They'd be like, that's not Wesley Snipes. That's Omar Epps. Who the fuck is this guy? They'd be like, who the hell is he? That's not Wesley Snipes. Another problem with Major League 2 is that it's PG. It's not rated R like the first movie. That's another issue. That's two issues right there. It reminds me of when they made Expendables 3 into PG-13, and just like RoboCop 3 to make PG-13. I don't get with these sequels. Why did it turn into PG instead of, leave it like rated R? Just like with fucking Conan the Barbarian. Remember that was rated R? Then Conan the Destroyer came out, that was PG. Even though Conan the Destroyer was still pretty good, a lot of people didn't like it because it was PG instead of rated R. So I can understand completely. And, I agree with that. That shouldn't have been changed to PG at all. Because I guess they try to make money off of children to sell toys or some bullshit like that. Man, fuck them kids. It's about the grown-ups. That's what it's about. Then after that one, they made another sequel like 4 to 5 years later. Called Major League Back to the Minors. And the only one that came back to reprise his role is Dennis Haysbert. And I think was Corbin Bernsen in the fucking first movie also, I think, if I remembered. I fucking forgot. But this movie has like totally new characters. Walton Goggins is in here. You remember him from shit like, The Shield and what's the other show? I think that show was called Longmire, I think. No, I don't think he was in Longmire. I think it was like another show he was in. Walton Goggins. Justified, there we go, Justified. He was in Justified. Yeah, it's Walton Goggins. He's in here, and also you got... Well, that's basically about it. I mean, there's a guy named Scott Bakula. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. He looks familiar, though. I think I see him somewhere else, I think. But fucking Hollywood. All they do is like make all these unnecessary sequels that nobody wants to fucking see. We don't need all these fucking sequels, especially Tom Berenger and Charlie Sheen and Wesley Snipes in this fucking movie. Only guy is Dennis Haysbert in there. Get the fuck out of here. No one's gonna watch this crap. You got those fucking actors in here. No one's gonna watch it. Plus, this is like a minor league team instead of a fucking major league team. So, nobody fucking cares about no fucking minor league team. Nobody wants that bullshit. It's basically like the NBA with their G League team. Nobody cares about that. But anyways, I think that's it for this review, I think. I don't know what else to really talk about. I mean, this movie, I really like this movie. I might get a Blu-ray of this movie. So, it's like I might rewatch it again. So I can enjoy it again. I might watch more baseball movies. But do you know what's another good baseball movie? You know what's another good one? It's called Beer League with, what's what's his name? Artie Lang and the kid from the Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio. He plays his buddy, and they play in a minor league game or some shit like that. You know, I don't think it's a minor league game. They play like their own fucking baseball game, and it is funny as fuck. It is hilarious. I don't know if it's for everybody, but it is really hilarious. If you guys haven't seen Beer League with Artie Lang, you gotta watch that shit. Holy fuck, it's hilarious. Go check that out right now. But I think I might watch that other baseball movie. What was that one with Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes? It's called The Fan. I might check that out. We'll see what that one's about. I think someone do with a crazy ass fan that wants to kill Robert De Niro or something. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna check it out later.